Continue praying. In the name of Jesus. Darling Jesus, darling Jesus, oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful. I love you so, oh my darling Jesus, oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful. It is that simple. Darling Jesus, darling Jesus, oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful. Love you so. We sing it again, darling Jesus. Listen. Often when I say this and the Bible says, David said, we should sing songs of praises with understanding. Hallelujah. It is not good enough just singing or communicating words out of mere rhetoric. But every time you sing, ask yourself, what am I trying to say? Hear yourself speak. I'm writing a book, it's coming out very soon. What am I trying? Hear yourself when you are talking, when you are singing. Listen to what you are saying, and that it make meaning. What will this do to God? I want you to tell him, you see, not that we love him, but in this is the love of God commended, that whilst you and I were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Not that we love him, but that he loved us, and he gave himself a ransom for many. For that reason we say, oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful. Sing again, darling Jesus. You are and I love you so. In the name of Jesus, we have worship. Amen. Hallelujah. God bless you, singing by them. Men's singing band. Hallelujah. What women can do, men can do worse. Amen. Hallelujah. I'm only joking. I enjoyed that. Praise God. Say, oh God, thank you for your word that is exalted above all thy name. By it, O Lord, I will continue to be wise. Thank you that I live your word and I don't struggle to live it. Thank you that your word is experiencing fulfillment in my life. Today, I declare I shall be taught truth and I will receive light of your word, because your word opens me up to that and enlightens every dark area of my life. In Jesus' name, amen. Hallelujah. We bless God, we celebrate Him. I want to use this occasion to specially thank each and every one of us who made it to yesterday's memorial service. It was powerful. Such show of love for the set man of this house, and I want to stand on his behalf and appreciate you for being there. Even those who couldn't come, we are still waiting for your money. Amen. It was a long travel to go to Lusaka. Paying the money unless due diligence or due benevolence. I don't know the English for that one. Amen. God bless us. So today I'm going to try and be brief as possible, because we've got the dedication of my own daughter. Amen. Hallelujah. I just want to share. But by the way, does me wearing this offend anyone? Does it? It offends you, so I should take it off. Okay. You see, some of the things that religion can do to us. I come from a Methodist background. We are very orthodox in the way we do our things. And I have transmogrified over the years and become what I have become, so unorthodox. Hallelujah. A friend of mine was sharing with me some time ago that he was going to minister in a place and he was wearing a hat. And they were like, man of God, even before, they didn't know that he was the one coming to minister. At the gate, the usher was trying to tell him, sir, you cannot enter this auditorium with your hat on, carrying movie. And he said, he looked at him. You know when someone is talking to you and you look at him up and down, you size him and you ignore them. And he was trying to walk on and the man tapped him on the shoulder and said, man, do you want to receive a Holy Ghost slap this morning? And no, he told the usher. It's like, and he said, I want you to go in the church. And look, most of the women have got headgears on, they've got wrappers on and everything. If a woman can cover their head in church, why can't a man? Huh? Religion is wicked. I hate religion. Hallelujah. If we can provide clothes for our body and there's no issue, why can't I wear hat? Religion is bad. And the anointings. How many of us have been in an Anglican or Catholic church before? What did the fathers wear in front to preach? They wear my ties in. The father can wear my tie to preach, but I can't wear a cap to come to church. Nonsense. Religion is bad. No, at times we need to pause and think. All it takes is thinking to break yourself from the bondage and the traditions of religion. And in this end time, God is raising a generation, is raising a mighty army. And most of us will tag them as non-conformists and rabble-rousers and troublemakers, but it's only a matter of time. Let's just give it another 5 or so years. That's not even too long. And they will take their own by storm. Amen. Men who are beginning to challenge conventions, they're beginning to challenge traditions, and they're beginning to just ask questions. Why have we always done it so? Let's re-examine it. Hallelujah. And I know it's not a drama. I can think and share the story. I used to share it a lot of times about this family that they basically, the man and the wife, they were making sandwich, okay, in America, balloon sandwich or ham sandwich or whatever it is. And every time they used to make it, the woman would trim the edges of the sandwich, of the ham before she makes the sandwich with it. So this one time, the husband paused and asked, "So, why do you always trim the edges of? There's so much meat that you're putting in the bin." It's like, that's how my mom did it. So that's how I know to do it. The husband was like, "Okay, let's call your mom and find out why she does it that way." And the mom also said, "Oh, that's how my mother used to do it." They're like, "Okay, grandma is still alive, let's call grandma and find out why she used to cut the trimmings of the ham before she makes the sandwiches." And then when they asked grandma, basically what grandma said was her toaster or the cooking pan wasn't big enough to fit the entirety of the ham. So she needed to trim it so that it fits in. And you are living in a generation where you have a big enough cookware and you are still trimming it, cutting off meat, because you have not questioned why. We have not paused to ask ourselves, why is it done that way? We just carry on. It's not wrong to question. Hallelujah. Today I'm dealing with the subject. I have seen the remedy for toxic relationships. Hallelujah. The remedy for toxic relationships or toxic associations. By relationship, I don't mean boyfriend, girlfriend. I mean every human relationship, friendship, whatever it is. God. I will read. I'll read 4 scriptures. Oh, okay, the thing is not even working. I'll read it myself. So I'm going to read 4 scriptures and just have a short talk, a short chat, and we carry on with what we need to do for the rest of the day. Psalm 108. Psalm 108. Hallelujah. Psalm 108. I'm reading from the King James. It says, "Oh God, my heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise with glory. Awake, psaltery and harp. I myself will awake early. I'll praise thee, O Lord, among the people, and I will sing praises unto thee among the nations. For thy mercy is great above the heavens, and thy truth teaches or reaches unto the clouds. Be thou exalted, O Lord, above the heavens, and thy glory above all the earth, that thy beloved may be delivered. Save with thy right hand and answer me. God has spoken in his holiness. I will rejoice. I will divide Shechem and mete out the valley of Succoth. Gilead is mine, Manasseh is mine. Ephraim also is the strength of my head. Judah is my lawgiver. Hallelujah. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom I will cast out my shoe. Over Philistia I will triumph. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Will not thou, O God, who hast cast us off, and will not thou, O God, go forth with our host? Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. Through God we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemies. Oh, he is who have trodden down our enemies. Hallelujah. You're probably wondering, why am I reading this and trying to say I'm going to talk about remedy for toxic relationship. This is a psalm that was written, it's actually the 19th psalm. It's a song of David, when David was set free, set loose from the company of wicked men, when God exposed the thoughts, the ideas of his detractors, and he was appreciating God for delivering him from the hand of evil men. Paul said, I pray for us that we might also be delivered from the hands of unreasonable men, because not all men have faith. Hallelujah. We cannot underestimate the power of human associations and human relationships. When you read Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26, Proverbs 12, 26, Proverbs 12, 26 says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. So he's talking here about the neighbor of the righteous and comparing that with that of the wicked. Are you getting the drift? It will make sense very soon. And if you go into Proverbs, the same Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20, it says, he that walks with the wise men shall be wise, and the companions of fools shall be destroyed. What will destroy the fool is not his own foolishness, but the company that he keeps. I strongly believe this, that a man's destiny is determined by two things. By the association he keeps. So by association it even includes your parents, because they are your first associates. By the association he keeps and the books he reads, or the kind of information he opens himself to, are the things which will ultimately determine a man's destiny. And Paul sums it up beautifully. If you see what I'm trying to do, we've gone into Psalms, I've done a bit of Proverbs, and now we go into the New Testament, just to make us understand that this is not, it is a God thing, and it runs through the thread of scriptures. So 1 Corinthians 15:33, if you can get it for it, it's a little funny. 1 Corinthians 15:33. I hope you don't need a revelation to find Corinthians. So. You need very fast fingers, so if not, I'm in trouble. So, I think I've written there before you, that's fine. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Do not be deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. The remedy for toxic relationships. Hallelujah. All these scriptures that I've read, you can see the trend. He that walks with the wise shall be wise. He that walks with fools shall be a fool. He that walks with the rich shall be rich. He that walks with the poor shall be poor. My father in the Lord uses to say this, that if you follow him for 2 years and you can't preach, he gets rid of you. When he used to say that, I thought so it was harsh. But as I mature in ministry, I realized how true it is. And he was saving himself from unproductive men. Hallelujah. He was saving himself from unproductive men. Because he said that to him that has more shall be given unto them. He will pour water on him that is thirsty. Jesus said, don't cast your pearl before swine, lest they turn around, rend you, and spite you in the face. Not everybody qualifies for your friendship. Fact. Hallelujah. I used to say this, I am beginning to have a bit of a shift in it, but there's still this part of me that wants to hold on to that. And I say this all the time, I never preach a word until I leave it. This message is for me. It's my life. Hallelujah. And it is still being written. Because it's still a project, a running project. That by the 10th of each day, I get better than what I was yesterday. Praise God. I have serious temper issues. Yeah. My hands go first before my mouth. You should thank God for my life that I talk plenty. Seriously. You should bless God for me that I talk plenty because God has been good. Yeah. I use my hands first before I ask questions. Or I used to. Until one day, when I was going through the scriptures, I'm not perfect. I've still got a little bit of an angry man sometimes because my stomach is not big enough to tolerate certain dimensions of foolishness. But we are growing. And when I've seen in scriptures that anger rests in the bosom of fools, and I pause and I ask myself, I'm a foolish man. Am I a foolish man? To become a free host of anger. So anger is busy looking for someone to reside with, and I decide to host him. Bible defines foolishness in threefold. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. So every time you are doubting the existence of God, you are being a fool. He also says anger rests in the bosom of fools. Every time you are exhibiting uncontrolled passion, uncontrolled levels of anger, you are being a fool. And then Paul makes us understand that they comparing themselves with one another are not wise. So each and every time you exhibit signs of unhealthy comparisons and competition, you are a fool. Hallelujah. Amen. A foolish man is not someone who does concert for people to laugh. But these are giving you Bible definitions of foolishness. Praise God. I was sharing fellowship with one of my mentors. I remember it was to the back at some time, and he said something, and I wrote down. He said that choose your friends carefully, for if you do not, you will be the loser. The wrong crowd around you will make you a loser. To make a loser. And I love truth for one thing. Jesus said that you will know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. It doesn't set you free. So there's two different things. Setting you free means you being bound, but making you free goes beyond the external. It's internal. Joseph was in the dungeon, but he was a free man. Going around cheering. That's not a sign of someone who is in bondage. He was free. So the truth doesn't set you free. Freedom, setting free, has got physical implications. But making you free is spiritual. It's internal. It's something that happens on the inside of a man. Hallelujah. Amen. I'm bringing my message to a close. Praise God. You know, I can feel someone is today he's not doing exegesis. No, there's a time for everything. Sorry. It's already today. I'm not done. Everybody has got their moment. Please, just one of those things. So, if your communication is corrupt to manage, what is communication? Can someone define communication for me? You've got communication expert here. Kinzoni. What is communication? Oh yeah, go on, yeah.
Communication could be talking about like speaking to one-on-one or maybe transferring information from one hand to another.
Very technical answer. Textbook answer. Transferring information from one end to another. Hallelujah. Amen. I put down something. Basically, what I've done, I looked at various meanings and I came up with a meaning that conveys what I want to share. As I wrote down the act of imparting, conveying, or delivering from one to another facts, knowledge, or opinions. Should I repeat? The act of imparting, conveying, or delivering from one to another facts, knowledge, or opinions. And in that I say that whatever communication is coming to you doesn't leave you the same. Whatever communication you experience will either make you wiser, or it will make you crazy, or it will make you silly. And all of that is informed by your psyche, your subconscious, and your knowledge, your experiences, the things that you've known in life, and all that lot. Okay, and the mood in which at that particular time that communication meets you dictates how you receive communication. So communication is not just us or from one person to the other, but it's also from one person to themselves. That lady who touched the hem of Jesus' garment or his wings said in herself, "If I may but touch." She didn't speak to anyone, she spoke to herself. "If I may but touch." So often it's not about the things that people tell us or the things that we share, but the things that we tell ourselves. That's why I said that a man's destiny can ultimately be determined by the association he keeps or the books he reads, because reading is communication. When you are reading, you are having an interlock with yourself. Hallelujah. Amen. That's why the Bible says that this book of the law shall not depart of your mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Hallelujah. So meditation is not mind games. Meditation is not you sitting down there. You do meditate with our mouth. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. You meditate with our mouth. You matter. You say it over and over. You hear yourself say it over and over and over. Then, when you are telling, you remember, "Oh, I heard this." But it's not a matter of someone telling you, but you told yourself one point when you were looking through the word, when you were reading the word, that so and so and so and so and so. 2 minutes and 10 minutes, I'm done. Amen. Amen. So that is that. So then I say, because it's not just about what someone is telling you, what you're also telling yourself. It is important that we pay attention to what we hear and how we hear it. What you hear is not as important as how you hear it. If someone's heart is not in the right place, you can even tell them you love them and they will get offended. They will think you are mocking them. It's not what you said, but how they heard it and how they responded to it. I always make this analogy. You look at the gentleman or the spies who went into Canaan to spy the land. Ask yourself, what report did they bring? They came back apart from two and they said that the land consumes its inhabitants. Think about a land that consumes its inhabitants, yet there were people there. You went there and you came back alive. It doesn't make sense. And they went on and they said For we were like grasshoppers, not only in our eyes, but in the eyes of the people. And I asked myself, so the people saw you and they told you were like grasshopper and let you go for free? No, they told they assessed the situation and that's what they told themselves. The people didn't have to speak. That is what they told themselves. That we are insignificant. We are like grasshoppers. We are useless. And what happened? The entire generation was wiped out because of 10 foolish men. No wonder Jesus says, every idle word that you speak, by it you'll be judged. When he says by it you'll be judged, it doesn't mean God is going to stand on when you read scriptures, you need to be careful. It doesn't mean God is going to stand there on judgment day and say, oh, Akusia, you told child that he's a foolish man, so come, you are going to hell. No. A man, you are ensnared by the words of your mouth. So as you speak an idle word, as you speak a foolish word, he says that a bird of the wind carries it away. Don't say before the angel it was an error, for when you spoke, a bird of the wind carried it away to execute it. Listen, angels are on standby, they are on assignment to carry out God's mandate. He said, are they not ministering spirits sent forth to the aid of those who are heirs of salvation? They confirm the word of God's messengers. So when you speak, angels are on stand to sanction it. No wonder he says, how can we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? That salvation is not just the salvation that he said. No. It's the salvation that comes by the deliverance of angels as well. Check that context. He was talking about angels. Confirming what Solomon said. Hallelujah. Amen. You know what? Let me find this. Mark chapter 4, verse 24. Let's see what Jesus said about what we hear. Mark chapter 4, verse 24. I need to kill this message. Am I rushing? 10 minutes. I'm going under the command of Commander King Charles. Mark 4, 24, please. 25. Okay. Then he said to them, pay attention to what you hear. By the measure you use, it will be measured and added to you. 25. For to the one who has, it will be given. And from the one who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. Listen. You cannot separate verse 24 from verse 25. So, so you ask yourself, to the one who has what? What does he have? That will be taken from him. And what does he not have? And from the one who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. Ask, what is that referring to? That is referring to the hearing ear. Do you get it? Verse 24, it says, be careful what you hear. For the same measure with which you are hearing, that is where the judgment is. Your words will ensnare you. So if you are hearing foolishly, it will catch you up and catch you out. But he that has an hearing ear, he will have the occasion to hear more. And he that doesn't have an hearing ear, he's going to even lose his senses even the more. That has got nothing to do with money. He's talking about hearing. So that is what we hear. And I said this, what we hear is always physical or external. But how we hear is internal. So you don't have control over what somebody will tell you. You have no control over even what you tell yourself at times. But you have control over how you process what gets said to you and what you say in yourself. So Jesus didn't want us to have any confusion. So he provided for us another forum to understand how we hear. In Luke chapter 8, verse 18. Luke 8:18. Let's finish this. Oh, Luke 8:18. Luke 8:18 says this. Take heed therefore, what? How? There is a difference between what and how. They are not the same. There is a correlation, but they are not the same. He said this, but how did you hear it? That's why no wonder he doesn't say who doesn't hear it and listen. Listening is what? Hearing is how. Am I with you? And in this area is the one place where you can cultivate knowing the will of God for yourself. Understanding and appreciating the will of God for yourself can be cultivated in how you communicate. And by communication here, I mean how you open yourself up to associations. And the kind of materials that you interact with. The kind of movies that you watch. The news that you listen to. You watch soap operas so much, and they're not going to condemn anybody, but I'm just trying to wake us up to understand that no communication leaves you the same way. It doesn't leave you the same way. And if you don't know this, I'm telling you, the world is programmed by communication. The prince of the power of the air. We call it the airwaves. Information. It doesn't mean there's a power that is hanging in the air. No. It's information that controls mindset and pattern and thinking patterns. It's mindset. So they've programmed us for years because they wanted us to. Now listen, you are in a place even when you, okay, are saying, or you don't even feel confident anymore to rebuke homosexuality. Do you? Yes. You probably can do it in your bedroom. Yeah? But when you step out, when you're saying it, you're looking over your shoulders. Isn't it? You know the reason why? Because through the control of information, they have programmed us and desensitized us. They do it with kids, what's it called? Kids, cartoons and movies and all those things. Mommy pig and mommy pig. Trying to make us feel that it's okay. That is sensitizing us. If you don't wake up, it's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. That is the reason why for a believer, your best asset, I say this, is discernment. Your best asset is discernment. Being able to discern what associations to keep and what associations to let go. Some associations only take from you. Every time you have a chat with someone, after that, pause and ask yourself, how did this benefit me? Or how did this benefit the person that I was speaking to? Let your communication be seasoned with salt at all times, that it might minister grace to your ears. Hallelujah. Amen. Let me be a bit rude. Some of us, the words that we speak, the words that come out of our mouth, they stink worse than what comes out from our side. You can't even tolerate your own words. Hallelujah. Amen. Discernment. If you're hanging around people who are always making you feel little, people who can't celebrate your goodness, people who can't appreciate your value, people who there's some people, you see, the most dangerous people to be around in life, I say this, or the most dangerous person to be around in life is that person who cannot stand you being better than them. When you see that person, run. Someone who can't stand you you being better than them. Naturally, I'm a very sarcastic person. Naturally. In Ghanaian terms, you say, oh, he's rough. Very sarcastic person. And now, but as I'm growing, I realize that sarcasm is a character flaw. A certain level of it is tolerable. But I realized that when I was growing up as a child, every time I was sarcastic, it was because I was probably jealous of someone. So you got this, I don't have it, I have to make you feel bad about it. That is the basis of sarcasm. I still do it every now and again because old habits die hard. But the difference is I've realized I don't do it to slay people, I just do it for the fun of it. But that's even it is just equally bad. You're making fun of your brother for nothing. You're making them look stupid. It's the same thing. You're doing that so that you subconsciously you're feeling better than them. Discernment. As I round up, I was looking at something this morning. This is just an aside. It's just an aside. It blessed me, and I believe it will bless you too. So I just want to share with you that I'm done. If you don't pick anything up from what I've said, remember one thing: in all your desires, desire to have a discerning heart. There is a gift for discernment. You can also discern by the word. Hebrews 4:12 makes us understand that the word of God is quick and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. What does it do? Divide asunder bone and marrow. Discern the intents of man's heart. Discern. So as you grow in the word, it gives you discernment. When you are thinking something, when you are seeing visions and having dangerous dreams, so-called, there's a lot of them on Facebook and WhatsApp all over the place. I look at them and I laugh because they can't even stand the text of scripture. Hallelujah. But when you have sound word, you are able to discern. Praise God. Give you an example of discernment. Then we wrap up. 2 Kings 8:7-15. And that's me done. I'm done. So when you start bringing the right people into your life, you will hear the right voices, you will make the right choices, and you will form the right associations and the right partnerships. Is that 7? Did you give me 7? Good. 7, good. 8, 7, good. Elisha came to Damascus while Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, was sick. And the king was told, the man of God has come here. Continue. So the king said to Hazael, take a gift with you and go meet the man of God. Inquire of the Lord through him. Will I recover from this sickness? Next. Hazael went to meet Elisha, taking with him a gift, 40 camel loads of all kinds of goods from Damascus. When he came and stood before him, he said, your son Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, has sent me to ask you, will I recover from this sickness? 10. Elisha told him, go say to him, you are sure to recover, but the Lord has shown me that he is sure to die. You are sure to recover, but the Lord has shown me that he is sure to die. Continue. Then Elisha stared steadily at him until Hazael was ashamed. The man of God wept. Continue. And Hazael asked, why is my Lord weeping? He replied, because I know the evil you will do to the people of Israel. You will set their fortresses on fire. You will kill their young men with the sword. You will dash their little ones to pieces. You will rape open their pregnant women. 8, seriously. 13. Hazael said, how could your servant, a mere dog, do do this monstrous thing? Elisha answered, the Lord has shown me that you will be king over Aram. 14. Hazael left Elisha and went to his master, who asked him, what did Elisha say to you? He responded, he told me you are sure to recover. Is that what Elisha said? Continue. The next day, Hazael took a heavy cloth, dipped it in water, and spread it over the face of the king. Ben-Hadad died, and Hazael reigned instead of him. Dangerous association. He was his confidant. The mysterious thing is, when I didn't understand scriptures, I used to read this and I was like, Elisha appeared to have been contradicting himself. But as I grew in scriptures and I understood discernment, then I realized that Elisha was actually discerning. He was telling the word of God, but the person who was going to execute it had a dangerous mind that was conflicting what God has said. We say God is in control, don't we? Why did he not stop that? God is not in control, manners. I will explain that sometime. Manners, he didn't stop it because he will not override the rule of man. That's why Elisha went. God has said this, the man will surely recover. But the person carrying the message has got a poisonous heart. When he went, because he was the one going to execute the second part, he omitted it. Elisha could discern. Elisha didn't just hear you will recover and just end there. Don't be deceived by the so-called prophecies that they call you and give you that have no solutions attended to them. Let's do it, please. He killed him, he chloroformed him, killed the man, and reigned in his stead. Elisha had discernment, but Ben-Hadad didn't have discernment. I want you to pray simply, saying, Father, in the name of Jesus, revive, O God, in me a discerning heart, in the name of Jesus. And give, O God, the spirit of discernment, that I may be able to know who to associate with, who to dissociate myself from, what to go to encounter, what to contact, in the name of mighty Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Listen, as I leave you, I just want you to bear this in mind. Words are important. Without words, communication will not be complete. Whether it's verbalized or not, you still need words to communicate. If I say dog, immediately a picture will come to your mind. So even that's the reason, even people who can't speak, they still talk. Hallelujah. Words are not just vocal or audible. They are imagery as well. That's why we cannot afford to play with words and just talk anyhow. Say anything hoping that it's not going to have any effect. The other side of communication that we often tend to miss, or the other explanation, communication, the actual root meaning is intercourse. But that's a bit heavy, isn't it? Intercourse. When intercourse takes place, people get pregnant. No wonder we say, someone can say, oh, his word was pregnant meaning. Every word that comes to you incubates, it gives you a conception. So if you don't want what is going to be birthed, don't conceive it. God bless you. Hallelujah.